as a seedling is planted in the dirt and emerges when it feels the rays of the sun, slowly, with a default facial expression of sheer wonderment mixed with I'm smelling something bad. The petals of the flower reach out to photosynthesize. It breathes in the universe. And as it breathes out, it's as if the flower is saying, thank you for making us a part of your morning routine whenever your mythical morning may happen. And then it dies.
All alone at a park. I look in the distance. I see a lady. She has a bunny. The bunny that I'm allergic to. I must get away from this bunny. I will go into epileptic shock if I come in contact with this bunny. Oh my goodness! I look to the left. Now there's a woman on a pole. This seems inappropriate. I'm just a child. I'm just a child. I should not be exposed to these things. Oh my goodness! Now she has the bunny with her. Now things seem okay. This woman with the pole and the bunny, suddenly the universe is in balance again. I will return to this park. I will return to this park.
As the fog cleared,
Good gosh.
the morning of September 1st, 3001, the astronaut floated above his dead partner. After trying to resuscitate him for days, he was exhausted and just became like a tree.
This story sucks, man. Pick it up.
Became like a tree and bloomed in dedication to his dead astronaut friend, who he looked exactly like, by the way. See you tomorrow.
Just when they thought it was okay. Just when they thought they were going to make it down the hill in the dookie brown Bronco, fate struck a chord.
Cord.
The key was lodged in the ignition like a fat badger stuck in his burrowing hole. Until they tapped the badger on the knee with a hammer. And he began to loosen up. He was no longer tense. And he said to himself, you know what? I think I'm going to turn here. And we'll go down the mountain. In a flurry of male embraces.
It was Halloween 2012, and the family gathered around the filing cabinet to figure out what they were going to be. They didn't decide until the last second when Dad stood up and said, I have a great idea. I have some fur here and I'm going to take my shirt off and then I'm going to put this fur all over me. And then I'm going to put this fur all over me. It's going to take me a while to get back onto the camera where I can interpretive dance, kids, but it's going to be worth it. And look at me, kids. You guys just stay at home. I'll go and earn all the candy because I can do an amazing dance. It's the furry dad dance. I'm doing it right now. And I'm uncomfortable being in front of it.
It's Friday. And I look out my window and I see that it's still dark. Oh, I gotta go. I gotta get to Walmart. Gotta get to Walmart. Oh, I'm there. Look at the crowd. It's a sea of angry people. They all want the Wii U. And then the guy comes out and says, hey, it's not here. The Wii U's not here yet. It won't be here for a couple of months. And then I look at the woman next to me and I see a Wii U in her purse. Somehow she got one. She's not looking. I'm gonna grab it. Oh, she has struck me with her umbrella right in the eye. It hurts so bad. Now I'm crying. Now I'm going home.
It all started with a waffle. And then it moved on to other things like bacon and pizza and milk. And Rhett took an early lead. His ability to guess and pull things deep from down within his soul, the deep generic soul that he has, proved to be too much for the Linkster. And so the Linkster responded. I don't know what's going on back there. And this all culminated in taking all the ingredients, blending them together in a big, old, mixed up bagging mess. And then Link, the brave man that he is, and the loser that he is, drank it with dignity, and then threw up a little bit in his mouth. It all started with a trip to McDonald's. Link said, "Give me that number one. I'm so hungry, and I always like a number one. I like the Big Mac because it's got 3 pieces of bread intertwined with 2 pieces of meat." But he started thinking deep. He was thinking really deep, so deep that it made him hurt. He was hurting with thoughts. And he said, "You know what would make this better? Mac and cheese." So he ran to the cupboard. He opened the cupboard. He pulled out some mac and cheese. He boiled out water. He burned himself a little bit. Started thinking harder. Threw that mac and cheese onto that Big Mac and said, "I am a genius." The pig walks around thinking pig thoughts. He thinks to himself, one day my brain will be turned into a pizza that will go onto an internet show where it is consumed by 2 imbeciles. And you know what? When I think about that as a pig who loves mud, a pig who loves to hang out with other pigs and eat scraps, I think it was all worth it.
And as we know, our bodies are majority water that shakes, and then it drops like it's hot. And then, it drops like it's hot.
The water's dropping.
Oh, and then it nourishes our body in plastic things, and we have to search far and wide for it, and we have to bottle it.
I'm drinking it.
We have to. That's not much of a dance. Yeah, that's better. So Billy started that day like any other day, until he spotted the porta-john and had an urge to go inside and see what it was all about. Of course, he was already naked, because he's living life to the fullest. If he told you, you wouldn't even understand. I don't know if he got on his phone first or if he got on the throne first, but he was in both places. And then, as he was situating, there was a little slippage.
I'm already there. I'm in there.
He's already there. And boy, is he having a party in there. And he's dialing the number, and then I guess you would just call it vandalism of the Spotify.
So I was like, my name's Jeffrey Allen, and I'm the roof man. Y'all know me, I'm the roof man. I drill into McDonald's and I steal nothing but fries and the patties. I just steal the patties and the fries. Yep, I've been caught. I'm being put in prison, but you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grab on the bottom of this truck. It ain't like I ain't never done this kind of thing before, and I'm gonna Mission Impossible my way right into the Toys R Us. Look at me watching Spider-Man by myself. I'm a squatter. I'm just a squatter.
And once upon a time, there were 3 men in a little boat just rowing away, but they were disco dancers. And you know what they did? They were having all sorts of conflict with each other. Dance conflict. Because they were trying to make it from the British Isles to France. And they were really hungry, And so they all started eating the most amazing dish on earth. Okay, whatever.
Link, the father, sits down at his table, surrounded by his many children and his one wife, and thinks to himself, what shall I be thankful for? Well, I could be thankful for my horse that I don't have, and that horse racing career that I gave up on because I'm too big to be a jockey. I could also be thankful for the sun rising and setting. Another day is here. Now I'm interpreting your dance instead of you being I'm a skier trying to get through. I'm throwing up onto my friend. Happy Thanksgiving, friends.
Once upon a time, there was a very short man who waddled through the streets of knowledge searching for his identity. As he frolicked to and fro in the happiness of his ignorance, he suddenly started to realize that A, he has no rhythm or dancing ability, and B, he has no loved ones, and C, he was mistaken about the most important things in his life.
Every road trip starts off with a decision. Will I be the driver? How do I make this decision? Am I going to drive with my feet this time? Or am I going to drive with one foot and my lips?